Our users don't want to keep going into OnBase's thick client to update their autofills in the autofill table. Is there another way of creating an autofill that is maybe easier to manage by the users? Well, if you're like me and you don't like getting tickets from users to have to update or change the autofill table, then this video's for you. Autofills, one of the original OnBase functionality that made working with documents so much easier. A user would just type in the keyword value and magically all the corresponding keywords would populate on the document, either from imported data or keyed in data. It's very, very convenient and one of the most used functionalities in OnBase to this day. What has gotten inconvenient is the user's ability to go in and update these values in the autofill table. Anyone that has worked in the thick client knows exactly what I'm talking about.
And a new 7740 computer family was developed to do message switching applications.
Here's my suggestion. Try using Workview as an option for your autofills. It's quick to set up, and if you've ever been hesitant to build anything in Workview, this could be your opportunity to dip your toe in the waters of Workview. That being said, here's your pun. Let's dive in. I created a systems autofill application really quick for the purposes of this demo. You can do it this way, or you can use any application within your system. The same rules that I go over will apply. Now, I'm not going to get into the weeds. Unfortunately, it's your snack time. Time is limited, so I'm only going to go over at a high level all the beats that it takes to configure this into an autofill. So what we did was, the first step was we created a class. This class has all of our attributes that will house the data that will turn into our keywords when we get to that point. The next step is we created an autofill. First autofill, it is essentially filling in our keywords off of the account number. Now, the one thing to remember, the very, very important part, is that this very first column in our autofill will be our primary key in our autofill keyword set. Now, the older way of creating an autofill through the config client, the problem that we always ran into was we have that data already in this autofill table, but we can't reuse it for another autofill. We would always run into the issue that if we ever wanted to reuse the data that's in those tables, we would always have to create a new autofill and re-import the data for that autofill. What's great with Workview is that we can reuse the data that's in that class by just simply creating another filter, another autofill filter. The last step is for OnBase to recognize your filter as an autofill. So you're going to create an autofill the same way that you would any other autofill. In the keywords, the order is important. So you want the order of your keywords to match the order of your attributes in your filter. In settings, you want to make sure that the external autofill keyword set checkbox is checked. And then inside of your external configuration, you want to select the radio button for Workview filter. Then here, you're going to select your application, which was our systems autofill, our class, which is our loan operations autofill, and then our filter. So you want to select the filter that corresponds to the keyword order that you had selected prior. Click save, and now your autofill configuration is complete. All right, there is one more step, and that is just to go in and celebrate the success of the fact that you just created a autofill that your users can go in and easily make adjustments to and update. This will now function just like any other autofill in your system. Now, one thing to note that you won't be able to without additional development or work. It's hard. You can't leverage the scheduled import and updating of your autofills from, let's say, a flat file. So make sure that when you're thinking about what solution is right for your business, that you look at the pros and cons of each method. This has been a long video. I've hardly left time for us to enjoy a snack together, but listen, it's the title of this series. So these are popcorners, and the corner just came off of the back. It's like Smart Food, but like in a chip size, in a tortilla chip size. So if you like Smart Food and you also like tortilla chip size things, I highly recommend popcorners. Whew, that was a long one. I need to make like dinner bites. We're gonna have like a whole meal. I can show you more. Now it's nap time.